All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm Nish, and I'm here today to record a podcast about the new moon in Virgo. And the new moon in Virgo, I'm recording this on August 22nd. So it'll begin on the West Coast on Pacific time around 10:30 tonight. If you're on the East Coast, of course, that's 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. So this new moon kind of starts tonight here on the West Coast and goes right into the next day. So I wanted to get this out before tomorrow so that we can get prepared to take advantage of everything that the new moon can offer you. All right. And in this particular new moon, the energy is in the sign of Virgo. So this is Virgo is an earth sign and it's a grounding kind of energy. So it's asking us to focus on our healing, on clarity, and the sacredness of daily life. So during this time of the new moon, it's great to be able to set some intentions and dream dreams and all that. I mean, it's an extremely good time for all that. And I did mention in my previous podcast that I'm interested and I follow um, other types of esoteric uh, modalities, such as the tarot, um, astrology, which is connected to what I'm speaking of today, the new moon, and using this energy that will be present for us. And actually, when there's a new moon or a full moon, the energy of that occurrence does last for a day or two prior to the exact moment of the new moon and full moon, and last for maybe a couple days after. So it's a really good time to use the high energy that's occurring. So I wanted to mention that before I decided to do this podcast, I went and watched a video from one of my favorite astrologers and tarot reader. Actually, he's more of a tarot reader, but obviously he knows astrology and uses that in his reading. That's Nicholas Ashbaugh, and I have a picture of or a screenshot of the reading that he was doing while I was watching that, and there was very positive and strong um, indications that this is going to be a really good new moon full of positive energy and productive energy. So mainly his message was, you know to not allow fear to control you. All right, when you're thinking about, you know how are you going to go forward? You tend to maybe look backwards, or maybe you're looking forward and thinking like, oh my god, this is coming up. What am I going to do? How am I going to deal with that? Can I use this new moon to um, take care of that matter? You can, but don't allow that fear to consume you, because you won't um, be productive in the intentions that you're going to set right now. So don't succumb to the fear. Think about it. And that's another thing about Virgo. Virgo is a very detail oriented sign, astrological sign. So with Virgo, Virgo tends to encourage you to over examine details to the extreme. And then you get caught up in a terrible cycle of like, that paralyzes you. Like, there's so many things to consider. What am I going to do? Well, try to step back from that and take it easy. Okay. Maintain your balance and be careful during this time in your communications as well, because Virgo uh, would like you to consider how you express your feelings in a practical way. All right. There's obviously other signs that are more about communications, but even with Virgo, and during this new moon, if you are speaking to someone or trying to express, what your desires are going forward, just be careful on how you express that. All right. But don't have a fear of success. Not at all. Because you know what? This is going to be a very, very good new moon for you to plant your seeds. It's a time to plant the seeds of um, expectations, your intentions, and set your goals with the clarity and your heart. All right. So trust that the seeds that you plant will grow, but with patience and devotion. So, just don't make an affirmation like, okay, I'm going to work hard and be a success in my career, and then forget about it. No, you will, think about that and maybe make plans. Well, how am I going to make some changes so I could be more successful? So you want to think about that. But please dream, believe in your dreams, and celebrate your life. And I want to also give you a word that I learned from another astrologer. And he's not only astrologer, but he's a tarot reader and he's a psychic. His name is Jimmy, and his page is called the Tarot Ship. And he made up a word called awarenity, which is combining awareness and clarity. And if that isn't a Virgo term, I don't know what is. So, awarenity. So, keep that in mind. Um, Always be aware of what's going on, what's happening, what you're thinking about, and do that with clarity. All right. Because in the end, you will experience the luxury of winning in all directions. Okay. Now, that um, whole line there was given to me by my friend Richard. He first gave me winning in all directions, but he added the luxury to that. It's like if like my luxury is making a delicious cup of coffee in the morning and sitting down and having that first sip. Now that's luxury. And that's, you know, treating myself to what I deserve. So part of the luxury of winning in all directions is achieving what you deserve. So please use this time, starting right now, to think about what your goals are, what they should be, and feeling good about that, and thinking about steps that you're going to make those dreams come true. You don't have to go overboard on that. Don't let the Virgo tendency to, you know, um, go crazy with details like, well, if I don't do this and that's not going to happen. It's like, no, just set your intentions and overall saying, here's my goal, here's my end goal. All right. And you know what? From that, I know that you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful new moon in Virgo, and also a good rest of your life. All right. So keep going forward. Now, as always, I like to add a little music to my podcast, even though might not play the whole song, but I'm going to suggest a song for you to listen to. And I picked Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, although the writers of the song are Glenn Ballard and Sadea Garrett. Uh, co-wrote the song, but Michael Jackson himself is a Virgo. All right. And if this isn't a Virgo song, I don't know what is. But anyway, I do want to read just a few of the lyrics to you. All right, here we go. You got to get it right while you got the time. Because when you close your heart, then you close your mind. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. All right, there you go. That's for new moon in Virgo. When you change yourself and you go for your dreams and you want a beautiful life, then it affects the world around you. So do it. All right. Well, and I do want to add that there are links in the description of the podcast on my podcast page at nishpodcastcast.com. And if you go there, even though you may be experiencing the podcast on another platform, my podcasts are hosted by Chatmosa, and there's a page there. If you go there, you can click on the links for Nicholas Ashbaugh's, new moon forecast that he recorded, which is great, and also for Man in the Mirror, because I think you want to hear that. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to my podcast today. Believe in your dreams and celebrate your life, and know that I love you. Take care.